Hello, my beautiful friends. I hope you're doing well today. I don't know how to describe my mood right now. My feelings are all over the place, and I currently am unable to sort them. I think it's quite similar to something traumatic. How you can piece things that what happened, what could have not happened, how could it be prevented, so forth, so on and so forth. So the night before last. Oh, first I want to clarify something. When I said my protectors came in with weapons, I was not referring to a gun. I was stating that the tip of it resembled a gun because it was round with a hole in the center. I'm not even 100% sure that was the tip of it. I wanted to clarify that because I'm not even sure what weapon it was. I am also aware of they were holding it like this or like that, which kind of led me to believe it was a weapon. I don't think ETs will be carrying around guns, but I'm not 100% sure because that side of our world is very, very confusing to me. As in, how can they hurt a soul that has crossed over? I didn't know you could. Okay, so now, with that being said, I want to start from the day before yesterday. The bed thumper had not been around, and I assumed that my protectors possibly could have took him. Finally, last 2 nights I have been meditating. The night before, I meditated an hour. Last night, 37 minutes. I kind of just sat on the bed playing a game. I was sitting upright. And I was kind of hoping, I hadn't took my sleeping pills yet. I was kind of hoping that I would see my protectors roll in. They didn't for a while. I was like, it was almost 10. I like to go to sleep before 10 because if I don't, I'm up. I can't even talk. I sleep until noon or later the next day. But anyway, last night, as I was sitting up and didn't see him, took my sleeping pills and laid down and had hoped that I would see them before I went to sleep. And I'm laying there, and I think, no, I was on my side. I felt a poke on my head. So I kind of rolled over on my back, and I'm sitting there thinking, are you shitting me? I think the shapes had already entered. I might be wrong before the poke. I cannot remember that accurately. So I rolled on my back and I out loud said, he's here. He's under my bed and he has poked me in the back of my head. And I didn't see anything coming in. And then I felt, the first one felt like a 1-finger poke. And the funniest thing is, which is not really funny, but it feels like a enormous sized finger. But the soul that I seen that was his, he's a big guy. He's maybe 5'10", 6 foot, really heavy. And then after I said he's here, he's under the bed, blah, blah, blah. And I'm hoping that I would be seeing them come in. And then I felt what felt like a 3-finger because it was mini. And it was another poke on the back of my head. And I said, he's poked my head again. He's underneath my bed. Will you please come? And I didn't see anything. I started looking in the geometric shapes. I saw other shapes moving within them. Nothing that looked like a entity, meaning my protectors or any other ETs around. Or souls, I should say. I started getting really, really mad. I was very angry that my protectors were not there. And I don't know if I should be with them. Is it their place to come and rescue me, so to speak? But who else do I know that would come and get a soul who is out to get me for some reason? I do know before I went to sleep, I had looked over on the shoebox And I think I saw the ET perching on top of the shoebox, or at least I think he was an ET. I want to say also that I looked at the foot of the bed and I seen bodies moving around. About that time, I was really groggy. I knew I was going to go to sleep and I was angry. I'm looking around, didn't see anything. And I want to say that as I was looking up at the shapes, I think yeah, I held my hand out while they were coming in and it engulfed my hand, but like a glove. My fingers did not go through the shapes. The shapes just kind of went over and around each finger, around my thumb, like a glove. Because when I pulled it out, it had stuck to my hand. And I remember doing this and it was crunchy. I think it was around that time I saw a body going by that I think was one of my protectors. And the reason why I say that is because the uniform or suit that they wear on the leg part of it has got a specific, how do you call that, pattern on it. It looks bumpy, like bumps and lines that are raised and all kinds of stuff. And when that leg went by, I cannot remember if I touched it or not. I probably thought about it. But after I saw that leg go by, I went out. I went to sleep. Last night while I was meditating, the mattress wasn't doing that. But now a part of me feels that that was the new bed thumper, Samuel. Again, for some of you who don't know, Samuel, the bed thumper, is a soul who is aggressive toward me and taunting me. So anyway, while I was meditating last night, I felt what I thought was the bed shifting. And I remember thinking, oh, that's just what happens when you're meditating. Because in the past, I've told you the bed will move like a toddler is crawling on it. And it happened twice. I didn't put two and two together until about just a minute ago when I was thinking about it. And I'm like, that feels just like when the ETs went under the bed to find the bed dumper. And it's just like a person, half of them are too big to get under the bed. But when you go under and you can feel the bed kind of shifting if you're sitting on it, that's what it felt like. But I just kind of put it off as, whatever. But I'm pretty sure it was the bed thumper. I am not 100% sure, though. I can almost say that 2 nights ago when I meditated for an hour, I can almost say with 100% accurately say that that was the bed thumper because it was the same rhythm, same aggressive, however you want to say that. And it started coming around the mattress, like I'd stated before. He would start at the foot and then go around the corner and come down. That's how it was feeling. And when I stated that it felt like they settled in front of me, now that I'm thinking about it, it's kind of creepy because it could have been him. That could have been him crawling up there sitting or something. I'm not 100% sure what that part was about. As big as he is, I would think that if that was him sitting in front of me, I would have really felt it because he is a big guy. He has to be over 200 pounds. It's funny to say that out loud, 200 pounds, because he's a soul. And you would think that as a soul, you would pick a better form of yourself, maybe. Maybe he still thinks that he crossed over like that. He's going to stay like that. I don't know how that side of the world works. I just don't know. I just kind of know what happens on the other side a little bit, not 100%. Me saying this all out loud and my bed thumper is still around. I am horribly confused at how my protectors cannot find him. It puzzles me. The first night that they came, they went under the bed, right where he was. But I am almost 100% sure that the bed thumper would slip out because this wall on this, where my head of the bed is, goes outside. So I share that wall with the outside elements. So I don't know if he absorbed in my bed, went out the wall. I would say through the ground, but I'm not sure about that. But it just puzzles me. It really does. So I'm going through all of these emotions today, as in anger, stress, the unbelievable feeling of how can this happen? How can this not happen? What can I do? All of these emotions are just going through me, and anger is right on top of them all. And so I'm trying to think on my own, how can I get rid of him? Now, last night, something triggered me. I can't remember right now what it was, but while I was meditating, something triggered me, and it reminded me I need to put the white light around me. And that same bright electrical feeling or swirling I had around me with the white light within it, I did that. And then I did the same thing to the room. You're not supposed to get negative energies when you do that. Because when I got done meditating, is when he poked me after I did all that. And I verbally said, no negative entities should enter this room. So I'm confused. And I think I feel him right now. I felt him earlier. I said out loud to my protectors this morning, I should say. And I don't remember exactly what I said, but I thank them for helping me. I think I said, why haven't you got him? Is there something that I can do to help you? The last time you spoke to me, it was muffled, so I didn't understand you. Is there a way you can communicate with me better? It probably would be better if they gave me telepathy, telepathically inclined. That way we could communicate. And then again, souls can hear your thoughts, and I can prove that. I mentioned it before, but it's been a while. My mom and I had done the Ouija board a couple of times. My mom's a very negative, mean, angry person, and that's what we attracted. Why? Because I wasn't that way, and how we attracted them, I don't know. But then I did not know to protect yourself. So all the entities we got were negative. But we both accused each other of pushing the punch in. So on this particular day, I told her to ask a question in her head, and the Ouija board would answer it. And I did the same thing. She claimed to have said, "What color is my hair?" Because I didn't know that, but the Ouija board spelled red, and I looked at her and she said, "What color's my hair?" I'm like, oh. And then I did my question in my head, did not tell her. And my question was, tell me you love me, because I was becoming aware that these entities were negative. And it spelled out, "I love you." And my mom looked at me really weird. And I told it to tell me it loved me. I didn't tell my mother the question, nor did she to me before we got the answers. She only revealed, as well as I did, after the fact, what her questions were. So that is proof that they can read your mind. And I'm not lying. And I'm telling you, for many reasons, for those of you who feel that you're protected because your thoughts are your own, no, that's wrong. And And ETs can read your mind also. Right now, this very moment, I cannot prove why I think ETs can hear your thoughts. I'm not sure if all of them can. Right now, my mood is really going in every direction, so I cannot come up with that proof right now. But if I can before this video is over, I will tell you. It also bothers me. It just hit me. It bothers me that these ETs acted like they were protecting me. They went through the moves and everything. If these ETs are that powerful, or they can come through my ceiling and have their special weapons and was acting like the army. They were in their posted spots in my bedroom. And the reason why you know that is because that one was constantly there on the shoe boxes, and another one over here in the corner, and the foot of the bed. They have me surrounded just like the military. Why don't the ETs come to me during the day and come and talk to me? And let's put together what our plan is going to be for that night. Why don't they do that? Because then the bed thumper would be gone. So that itself makes me angry. It makes me so angry because I'm going through this crap that is traumatizing me. Because yesterday or last night when I told him he's here, I become more frightened than anything. In the past few days, I don't think I've been this scared. And the only reason why I am this scared is because this being has been hiding from my protectors. And for him to keep coming back for unknown reasons puzzles me. He's pulled the blankets off of me at one point, and he can do more. So the situation, it just has me extremely, extremely angry, sad. I was going to say pissed off, but that's the same thing as anger. I also feel that I should be a part of these protectors in catching this being. Instead of just, I want to say, laying around, because that's when it happens. Just laying around being the victim is not good enough for me. I feel like I need to be a participant as well, because this is my life. It's messing with. I almost used some very harsh words. I am not I'm kind of am a protector, but of different sorts. But if I was a protector of this kind, I would have to talk to the victim and just say, give us a sign when he's around. Raise your arm up and do a circle with it. Do the peace sign. A clue. And no, I don't get that. And so tonight, I have to go through it again. And to think that in meditation 2 nights ago, I think my protectors are the ones that I was healing and cut it short because I was becoming in pain. But here I am trying to help these protectors and kind of heal their bodies because, they go through it. And they don't include me. I thought of them. I thought, these guys put their bodies through hell and protecting others. And I feel that their body possibly hurts. So I tried to heal them. Even if I wasn't able to, I did try. I thought of them. That's the point right here. I thought of them. I wanted to help. Although they're wanting to help me, but I feel like they can include me in helping myself also. Really don't know what else to say at this point. So I woke up this morning and I do my normal routine. I go through my phone, reading the emails and the messages I get and my YouTube. And this is one thing that makes me happy. I opened the app, YouTube Studio. And for those of you who don't know, that just shows you how many views you had and so on and so forth. Everything that a YouTuber should know. And so it was like 7 views from the last video. And I refreshed it and it had 101 views. And I was floored. I was so floored. I was like, what? And my two before that, or one before that, no, two before that, had got really high views. Not really high, not as many as 100 and something, but they're still climbing. I think one is in the 50s, the other is in the 60s, and that's pretty high also for me. So I want to say thank you for all of those videos that you have watched. I really appreciate it more than you will ever know, more than you could know. And my bed just jerked. Oh, I just looked, sorry. I was so irritated this morning that I just wadded up my blankets and just did not care. So it's a little messy right now. I'm really sorry that I'm not smiling. Even faking it bothers me. I'm not a fake person. I am a firm believer that if you're smiling and your eyes are not, you're faking it. You know, it's like this. Your eyes are like, I'm really pissed off and angry today, but my mouth says different. It doesn't work like that. So for those of you who didn't know that, that's how you can tell that they're faking that smile. I mean, anybody can put a smile on their face, but the eyes, they say a lot. They say more than you think they do. Also, growing up, speaking of the eyes, I want to say this. Growing up, I had always thought, because if you look at mine, one is different than the other, the shape, everything. And I do know that, you know, age plays a hand in that. And what you go through in life changes your facial features. Growing up, I used to think that one eye meant something while the other eye meant something else. As in, you know, this is my earth eye, this is my soul eye. That is what I believe. Totally. But which eye belongs to which area, I don't know. But I think that's why they look different. My eyes have always looked different. And also, I want to say, at some point in my adult life, or maybe even my childhood, I think I've had a stroke. And one reason why I say that, because when I edit, every now and then, I notice that one of my eyes, I can't remember which one, if I'm looking straight at the lens, the other one is off a little bit. So you have one eye looking ahead, one eye looking slightly a different area. And then when I start laughing or something and I'm editing and I see that, my cheekbones are different than each other. And in this area, when you're smiling, those muscles look different. And I remember twice in my life where I felt funny and my cheek would be sore. I mean, sore, horribly sore. And then up in here, when I'd brush my hair, it would hurt. And those are supposed to be signs of a stroke, but that's happened to me twice. So I can't help but think maybe I did and just didn't know. Maybe they were mild strokes. I'm not sure. But it's the things that you see when you're on camera or video, which is the same thing. You see differences, but I have always known these differences. when people would ask me, they would do this and look like, who are you looking at? And then they would ask me, are you looking at me? And I would be, why wouldn't I be? I'm talking to you. That's when I started realizing one of my eyes would go a different direction. Oh, I also have noticed that when I smile, one corner goes up and the other corner goes down, which is really weird also. I've often wondered why does it do that? But I think it's the muscles that were kind of damaged in my face. And I think that when I start editing this video, I will watch for that and see if all of that is on the same side. And that might say I probably did have a stroke some point. I've been through a lot in my life and a lot of trauma, healing. I've been through everything. And so I don't doubt it. I have decided also that I'm going to write a second book. And what inspired me to do so was my protectors and what I'm going through now. And I need to start soon, because if I don't, I will forget bits and pieces over time. So I'm thinking that I will be talking in my memo, whatever, and then transferring them to Google Docs and then going from there. That's how I did the last one. But I didn't do voice, because you can do you can do voice on the notes, and it will, of course, say what you're saying. That makes it easy. And then I'm going to copy and paste all of that into the Google Docs and go from there. But I think this story is going to be pretty good story. And I'm pretty sure that going forth in my future, it will continue. So it'll be a good time to probably start a new book. Also, I have one person that bought my book, and I'm okay with that. I feel good about it. So yeah, I'm happy to share that with you. So I'm going to end this here. I'm sorry that this video wasn't happy or exciting or anything. I do hope that you liked it. For those of you who are new, every one of these videos are like a diary for myself. And it turned out to be for you also. So yeah, just so you know. So I'm going to end this here. I love you guys tremendously, more than you will ever know. And I'm going to send you love, light, and peace. Bye.